Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here again at ICP, seeing what's going on. We're going to understand, hopefully, at the end of this video, what's going to happen next, which direction it's going to head, and obviously, kind of just use best practice and look at the big picture. So if you're new to the channel, no, I'm not a financial advisor. I do love teach people to trade. Truly hope you can learn something here today. If you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site linked down below where you can essentially learn how to trade like the pros, or more so just trade with the pros. We got some awesome people in our community here. Also some really good results here recently. We took a OGN trade a month ago, 105%. RDNT trade 2.5 days ago, 40%. Then yesterday our SEI trade 25% in 2 days. Sorry, 2 hours rather. That was a pretty quick little trade there. Again, nice little 5x leverage trade. We're keeping things simple and safe. That's really the bottom line too. So if you're curious about that, and just say, for example, you are a community member, make sure you absolutely read through our signal guide recommendation. It's extremely important you understand the difference between the two packages there. There's Premium Plus, my day trading bot, and then of course Premium, which is the signals that I send out, which are swing trades. I manually handle those myself. Again, those are typically a result of just doing the TA that I share with you here on our videos and sending a signal resulting of that. Whatever I decide I move forward with, we'll do that. Again, I analyze 30, 40 charts a day, and in some cases 50. I might find 1 or 2 good opportunities. Okay, so you got to understand, we're not just throwing meat at the wall, seeing if it sticks. We're absolutely making sure it confirms. Taking a look here at the daily time frame, we can see we're above 50 on the RSI, above 70 on RSI. Everything's looking fantastic as far as convergence is concerned. There's literally nothing on the daily time frame we can extract that tells us that there's a shift in momentum or some type of divergence coming. Nothing's happening there. That's a good sign. Okay? That doesn't mean we just take a long position willy-nilly because of it, but it does imply that we are on the right side of tracks. Same thing with the 4-hour time frame here. Even though we had this massive candle wick down, we've still maintained above the 20-day SMA, and we're all good there. That's why you trust candlestick closures, not necessarily candlestick wicks, okay? Or candle wicks versus candlesticks. So we're just going to extend this out a little bit here. This is a previous resistance turn support on the 4-hour, so $14 even. It's still holding to be a very strong support, running concurrent with a 20-day SMA. We love to see that. We're over 50 on the RSI. Money flow index is lower than usual because of that massive candle wick we saw where a lot of money came away from the coin. So we got to understand that MFI is going to be a little off, not really the most ideal on the 4-hour time frame, at least within the next couple of days, because of that massive candle wick to the downside. From Bitcoin selling off, 6% in 5 minutes. $1.6 billion was sold in a very short amount of time. So that being said, we got the stochastic convergence here, which is a bullish sign. And of course, the MACD, moving average convergence divergence, is still diverging. Okay. So once more, it really just tells us we got a lot of conflicting information, but a lot of this is based on the simple fact that the price action wicked down and right back up. So ultimately, when you see those indicators kind of giving us conflicting info, you more so want to rely on the charts itself and just look that, hey, we're above the volume profile. We're above a key level resistance turned support. We've retested that level. We're above the moving averages. These are mostly contributing factors. These are positive signs we want to look for. Okay. So again, I'm not trying to convince myself to take a trade right now. I'm doing the opposite. And in that sense, we have a handful of factors as to why we shouldn't. But the heavier, the more substantial indicators are telling us the price wants to continue higher. Okay. Now again, you got to keep in mind, we're kind of jumping all over the place here. We're seeing lower lows and lower highs, and we are essentially not in a perfect place. Okay. Now you could argue too that this is a bull flag pattern. A lot of coins are exuding that same behavior because Bitcoin's shape and the way that it's progressed, it's kind of giving that type of alignment. So again, is this going to continue to blast off? There's a probability of that, yeah. Is it a possibility? Sure. It depends on what questions you ask, right? But for the most part right now, I would say we don't want to, hinge our decision on that one thing. We want to look at other things. And right now, Ichimoku Cloud, unlike some other coins like Solana and Bitcoin, those are giving us bullish breakout potentials. In other words, they're basically telling us that we have a good confirmation. This is not telling us that. Yes, we're above the cloud, but the conversion line's above the baseline, telling us we have this downtrend, of course. And then, of course, we also have a lagging span, which is not free and clear. So we've got 1 out of 3 indicators. While this is a stronger indicator, with this range-bound activity, it's not really giving us a good buy signal. So to me, I personally don't like to trade coins that are in this kind of area, this kind of range, no matter how much I love or hate a coin. Okay. Again, never take a trade because you feel like this is just a phenomenal concept and it's it speaks to you. That's all well and good, but depending on when you get in, when you get out is a big factor, of course. So all I'm getting at is try not to let emotion make your decision here. Okay. So again, at this point, with this kind of pattern here, there's slightly more likelihood the price will break out to the upside, especially if Bitcoin continues to run. But we need to kind of be safer than sorry. And at this point, I think no trade is a good trade. That's just me personally. Again, I keep getting the question in my community, when's the next ICP trade? And I can tell you, I've been selective. Both times we've taken massive profit, we've waited for the right entry. And that this doesn't feel like the right entry because we just don't have full confirmation. Okay, so to me, I'd much rather wait for a couple of things here. So full confirmation to me is at the very least breaking through some of these more recent highs here, where we can at least close above those levels. So I'm looking for a closure in the $15 to $16 range, or $15 to $15.50 at the very least, just to ensure that we are on the right side of tracks there. Because again, this lower high, lower low pattern, not great. I would say, if we can break above these trend lines that we're seeing here, we might be in better shape. Right now, still looks a little tentative for me. Okay. Again, that's just me personally. What are your thoughts? Comment below. Let us know your thoughts. Love to hear it. I really deeply appreciate the feedback, the likes, the follows, and everything. It's super, super awesome. My ICP community has been fantastic. A couple of trolls, but they're always in every following, right? Everyone's going to have those people that they're just so dead set on the price action going up that if you tell them it's going to go down, they don't like it. Let's go. That's cool. That's the way it goes. One thing I do love, though, and this is a different story here altogether, Bitunix, phenomenal exchange. If you're not already using them, make sure you check them out. They're an extremely reliable exchange, and also, too, they have no VPN or KYC requirements. That's why we use them as a community. There's trading competition coming up here as well, January 8th, so make sure you check that out. It's a phenomenal opportunity to get some extra funds. All you have to do is use my link to register, and coincidentally, you get significant benefit rewards by doing so. Check it out if you haven't already. Otherwise, thanks for the awesome feedback. I'm glad it's working well for my community. Hope you all have a great rest of the day. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks again for your time. Take care.